Alright, let's get into this. 2013 Grammys. I'm just going to talk about a few artists and a few things that happened. Not going to get too much into it. If I didn't talk about your artist or something, I'm sorry. I just grabbed the pieces that interest me or maybe have something to say. Other than that, I really didn't care. I was going back and forth between Grammys and Housewives of Atlanta and getting a scoop on that. So the Grammys opened up with Taylor Swift. Her performance was, was alright. She wasn't doing no dance moves or nothing. She's kind of one of those artists. She's cute to look at, but I don't feel like she just doesn't give me stage presence. She doesn't give me no oomph. It's like, girl, just stand there with your guitar and sing at the mic, because you walking, pacing up and down the stage, I was over it. Like, at least hit a dance move or something. She was real boring to me. Next, I just started rolling and was like, why are you even on stage singing? Miguel. Am I the only person that noticed Miguel was struggling for them adorn notes and stuff and really trying to reach for them, but he wasn't quite completing, finishing the match. He didn't, he was just real struggling. I really didn't get why Wiz Khalifa was up there. Maybe Miguel needed help to try to reach them notes. But he just looked tall and lanky and awkward. You know what I mean? I didn't get why he was really on there. Song of the Year. I really thought Carly Rae Jepsen should have won that, because I heard that song, Call Me Maybe, like all the time. I even had a family member of mine had that as her ringtone. But I hate that she didn't win. I like that song myself. But I guess the dudes that sing We Are Young or whatever, they won featuring Janelle Monáe. Kelly Rowland was working that dress, wasn't she? She was working that dress. I was like, oh, Miss Kelly, you done shut everybody down. I think the only person that might have got up there with her was J-Lo. She had that thigh out and she was, she was giving it to you. But nobody really had, or at least that I noticed, y'all put it in the comments below if I missed something, or send me a link on Twitter or something. But nobody really had no dresses besides Kelly, I would say, and J-Lo that really just said, pow. Beyonce was very toned down. She just was simple. I mean, she looked like she was, going to a dinner party than the Grammys. But I guess she done been there to the Grammys so many times. It's like, hell, I don't really need to put on much, and I don't have a single out yet. I'm still selling tours out, and I don't even have a single out, but okay. And another thing, Beyonce really shouldn't be up there presenting nobody's award, because that I know you Beyonce fans might come for me, but you could tell Mother was reading the screenboard, the teleprompter, and making sure she didn't mess up, and Ellen kept messing with her and stuff. She was making sure she's not a good presenter. Don't have Beyonce. She just need to sing. The girl don't get up there and read nothing else. I was so happy to see Justin Timberlake. I was really, really excited. I kind of wish he danced. I guess I had this envision of how his performance should look or was going to look. And I guess in a way I got a little disappointed because it didn't kind of happen the way I envisioned how the song should be performed. I did hear somewhere where he was, I think the week before around Super Bowl time, he was still trying to figure out what he was going to do. But I thought it was cool. It was good to see him back singing. I am a Justin Timberlake fan. I probably most likely will be buying the album. I just hope, he got even harder beats and even, greater lyrical content, than what he has out now. Best urban contemporary, it was just Chris Brown, Miguel, and Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean won. Frank Ocean, I mean, what's the big hoopla about him? I mean, yeah, he came out, he bisexual, whatever, But I just feel like, there's a couple of cuts Frank Ocean had that's cool, but I'm not that big of a fan of him. And I hate that because I'm gay. A lot of people ask me like, oh, do you just love Frank Ocean because he sings about men? Or no, just because he's gay is not going to make me like him any more than what I already do. Like, I could care less. You know what I mean? Oh, do you find him attractive? No, I don't. But anyways, Alicia Keys, Kelly Clarkson, and Kelly Clarkson won one of the awards, and you know, I like that song. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Then Rihanna came up and performed, and you know, she's up there doing her little ballad. Somebody need to tell her they should have kind of brushed her hair in the back real quick, because honey looked like she could have used a brush and a little bit of spritz to hold them curls, or snatch that wig off and teased it a little bit or something, because it was a little wild in the back. I don't know what she was doing, but that wasn't working. And at the end of the performance, Chris Brown show was in there clapping hard for his baby. They all hugged up. It's kind of cool to see them together. I mean, even though they went through what they went through, I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta forgive. Never forget, but sometimes you gotta forgive. You know what I mean? And maybe they worked it out. And who are we to say what's going on in their relationship? We're not in it. So, anyways, did anybody notice when Jay-Z won and stuff? What the fuck did Dream have on with them? All them 30 chains on, sound like a bunch of car keys dangling around. I was rolling when Jay-Z got on that nigga's hat. He looked just a mess. Just looked like, what are you? Who told you to dress like? I can't even explain it. You just have to. For you people that saw it, you saw how jacked up he looked, and then he got on him. I just want to thank you. Get your ass off the stage. You look messed up. I want to ask this question too, and I want you guys to comment below or send me a tweet. Follow me at Talkinishwitchris, TALKINISHWITCHRIS. But I want to know, do you think, since the Grammys didn't have enough time to make a great tribute to Whitney Houston, since she is an icon and a big artist and had a lot of influence on a lot of artists that are out today and aspiring recording artists, do you think they should have maybe did another tribute, like a real tribute to her? Sort of like how they did with Michael Jackson, because they had so much time to kind of prepare than what they did for Whitney? Or do you think it was just pretty much just shade her on and keep it pushing, like, you know, whatever? I just wondered that. I'm not saying they should or shouldn't. I just wonder, you know, well, I do wonder, you know, should they have did it? I don't know. I would love to see what you guys think. I love Bruno Mars' performance with him and Sting and stuff. That was cool. I like Bruno Mars. He's a cool little artist. Frank Ocean came out and sung, and, you know, it was... He kind of was... At that point, it was like, girl, give me my purse so I can go. Because... I was like, I don't know what you're singing. I really don't even know what you're talking about. But back to what I said, I'm not that big of an artist, so maybe that's why I don't know that song. And it was funny, too, when they did the little Bob Marley tribute or whatever. It was funny how Rihanna looked like she was pretty much the tallest person on stage with her heels on. That was kind of funny to me. But that was pretty much all I had for the Grammys. Nothing really wowed me. Nobody really... There was no big explosions or big, you know... bow, you know, where I got excited, and, you know, LL Cool J performed, and, you know, I don't even know what he was singing in. I didn't know that song either. Maybe y'all did, but I didn't. So I wasn't really hoopla off that. I mean, this might be a little dry, but that's because that's how I felt watching it. This is dry. But I wasn't going to speak on this because it was old, but until I saw that this bitch is still talking, I just had to comment on it. Keyshia Cole, why are you still getting on Michelle Williams from Destiny Child? Nobody, like, why are you tripping? You still mad? This bitch has sold more records than you ever will. You know, she has won more Grammys than you don't. You don't even have one, bitch. And you over here, you know what I mean? Okay, Michelle might have said something to you, which nobody has no record. I have yet to see anything on Facebook. I even tried to Google support. Well, from what I did see, that supposedly Michelle commented on her Soul Train performance. Which one? Because you know that's all Keyshia get invited to is Soul Train and BET. Bitch can't even get off BET. She stay on BET. But Nobody really, well, what did Michelle say? You know what I mean? And I have never heard Beyonce, Michelle, or Kelly ever talk about any other artist. Not saying that they don't. I'm sure when the door is closed, they are, you know, throwing some snaps at people. You know what I mean? Clowning some artists, I'm sure. But I have never heard them publicly come out and say that. To me, for you to even say it as an artist, just professional-wise, remember, you're an artist. It's like being at work. Some stuff you just don't say. Or if you was going to say it in the comfort of your home like everybody else do. You know what I mean? That, you know, it's like it was no point in saying nothing. I mean, yes, she was a little stiff. Yeah, it looked like when she popped out, you know, she was, you know, like she was a little surprised or whatever. But she did the best that she could do. And it's like, you know what I mean? She was giving it up with her, you know, the hair was blowing in the wind. She was giving you long goddess. You know what I mean? Keyshia, you just mad because your weaves don't never look like that. They always raggedy. You know what I mean? But it's just like, you making yourself look bad. Nobody's buying your album, bitch. Who even remembers it? You know what I mean? And it's just like, you're still egging it on. It's like you're bitter or you're mad or something about stuff that, like, nobody... You just wish you could perform for 10 million people, but yours, like I said, you can't even get off BET. That BET barely sees 1 million people, you know what I mean, when it comes to award shows. So, I mean, hey. But comment, subscribe below. Follow me on Twitter, Talkinishwitchris, Talkinishwitchris. I'll get back to you guys. I will be trying to put up some more videos. I know I've been gone away for a while. For the little fans I do have been asking me for videos, and I just haven't done any. So, I will give you guys some more. Just been working on some stuff and trying to, you know, make sure I deliver and give you these funnies and stuff so that you guys will enjoy them when you're watching. So, anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace out.